Hello everyone and welcome to the O Mindfulness guided meditation. We're here to support each other in our formal mindfulness practice. So well done for being here either live or listening later. It's key to keep up a regular sitting practice, and mindfulness is about being in the present moment in a kindly and accepting way. That means being with the moment as it is and putting aside judgment, opinion, criticism, improvements, literally being with things the way they are. And in this guided meditation, I encourage you to be particularly kind and gentle with yourself. Just see how accepting and self-compassionate you can be as we focus on the breath and spend a moment with ourselves, practicing bringing the mind home and being warm and self-compassionate. So when we're ready, adopting a dignified posture helps us to stay alert, making sure the phone is off, and with the intention of practicing with warmth and kindness, we close our eyes for 10 minutes, mindfulness of the breath. Coming into the moment through the physical sensations of sitting. Becoming aware of our weight on the chair or on the cushion. And if our mind is drawn off to sounds around, simply coming back to the physical feelings in the body, connecting with the senses. The sense of touch, of pressure, aware of the warmth, the cooler places. Coming out of the thinking mind and into a direct experience of now, through picking up the messages coming from our senses. And no matter what's happening around, focusing on the feelings in our body as we sit. Maybe aware of the feelings in our feet, in our hands, staying in touch with the physical senses and noticing if we can be with those physical feelings even when there are sounds around. And once we've connected with the body, once we've come home to the self, to the now, maybe with a sense of familiarity, we invite our attention to the breath. Maybe noticing the rise and fall of the rib cage, Maybe noticing the belly moving. Maybe we're aware of air passing in the nostrils. Noticing the physical sensations of breathing. Feeling the breath rather than thinking about it. Observing the breath. Staying aware during the whole of the in-breath and the whole of the out-breath. Bringing the mind back when it wanders. And maybe noticing where for you the breath is most apparent. Where is your anchor point? Where can you come to easily to sense the breath and come into the moment? Feeling the body breathing. And no matter how many times the mind wanders, we can always come back to the breath, back to the moment. Following the flow, the pauses, and adopting an attitude of warmth and kindness. As you pick up the detail the caress of air, the rise and fall. And each moment of attention trains the mind to focus where we want it when we want it there. And seeing just how warm and gentle we can be with ourselves. Even when critical thoughts come in. Can we take the position of the witness? And say, oh, that's just a thought. And come back to the breath and the direct experience in the body of the moment. Following this breath and this one. Embracing whatever the current experience is, whether we're settled, distracted, calm, or impatient. We allow ourselves to be with our present state with acceptance and kindness. Not wishing things to be different or better, but just allowing whatever is there to be there, whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable. And this extends our comfort zone. It gives us strength and mastery to witness and be with whatever the moment brings. And following just a few more breaths, being with the moment, inhabiting the body, with warmth and kindness. And when we're ready, opening our eyes. Maybe having a yawn or a stretch. And being aware of that transition too. So well done for being here. I wasn't going to share any words of wisdom today because I didn't have time to prepare, but I'm actually going to let you know how that meditation was for me. I'd asked my stepmother and my father to give me a quiet space to meditate. And I'm here in the conservatory with a beautiful view out over Chichester Harbour. The tide's coming in, the swans are there, it's just glorious. And my stepmother chose to come into the next door kitchen and cut the flowers, wash out the vase, talk to another woman who came in, walk in and out. And so my mind was quite busy and my emotions were moving all over the place. And there was a dialogue going on in my mind. You know, I'm angry, I've asked for this quiet space. And then the mind was saying, but she doesn't realize that she's interrupting me. And then a little story, yes, she does realize she's interrupting me and she doesn't care. And then the adrenaline came in and I embraced and I felt it in my body and I felt the flush come into my chest. And it was a very interesting experience. And as I was talking about being warm and kind, I was being warm and kind to myself. Yes, acknowledging that the stories in my mind were creating this change in my physiology. And eventually I was able to be with everything just the way it is, and knowing that whatever my mind was saying was an interpretation, because I've got no idea what was going on in the mind of my stepmother. And it was a very rich experience. So there we are, being warm and kind with ourselves, embracing the moment just the way it is. And this meditation practice was just as valuable for me, full of distraction and interest, as it is sitting and being completely calm and zen. So thank you for being here. It's wonderful. The support goes both ways. I'm really pleased that we're practicing together. And I wish you a day with mindful moments. And I look forward to seeing you again soon for another mindfulness practice. And be warm and gentle with yourselves as much as you can. Bye-bye for now.